Well, folks, Donald Trump's lawyers have once again failed to protect the former president, as a judge ruled this week that they are siding with Manhattan prosecutors in issuing a minor gag order against Donald Trump. Now, this gag order is not going to affect Donald Trump's ability to rant and rave about the prosecutors or the judges or the case itself with regard to the 34-count indictment he's facing in New York. Instead, it will prohibit Donald Trump from talking about any of the evidence in the case. Here's what it is. This is reported by The Hill. It says, the order said that anyone with access to the evidence handed over to Trump's team shall not copy, disseminate, or disclose the material, including on social media, without getting approval by the court. The order reportedly said that Trump can view some sensitive information only in the presence of his lawyers and shall not be permitted to copy, photograph, transcribe, or otherwise independently possess the limited dissemination materials. Now, this is a minor victory for the prosecution in the case, which of course had made the motion to get this order put in place. It's a protective order, not necessarily a gag order. But Trump's lawyers last week had gone to court and said, hey, judge, we need you to not give this protective order because, well, that would be a violation of our client's First Amendment rights. And he definitely has freedom of speech to talk about all of these horrible charges as he runs for president of the United States. You don't want to stifle his freedom of speech, do you? And the judge ruled that, actually, I kind of do, because that's not freedom of speech to potentially taint an entire jury pool consisting of the United States of America, which is what Donald Trump going out there and sharing evidence has the potential to do. So that's why you can't do that. This is privileged and protected information. So Trump's lawyers lost. They have now lost pretty much, I think actually all, not even pretty much, but all of their motions in this case. They haven't been able to successfully make any arguments whatsoever. They are failing before this thing even goes to trial. That's how poorly they are performing right now. That's how weak their arguments are. Now, if you wanted to prevent this protective order that may actually limit how much access your own client has to the evidence against them, you don't go and argue that it's an attack on their First Amendment. You argue that they cannot properly prepare for a case. They cannot offer their own words in defense if they do not have full, unfettered access to the same evidence. That's how you would argue that. But his lawyers were so dumb, that they tried to say, well, he has the freedom of speech to put it on Truth Social if he wants. No, there are a million different legal arguments you could have made that would have prevented this protective order from going into place. Like, I am honest to God shocked that his lawyers went with like the one argument that was guaranteed to lose. That's how bad they are. And yes, I have no qualms about saying these people, based on what I see so far, are clearly bad lawyers. And Trump, if that doesn't scare you now, it should. Because these are the people who, again, have just failed repeatedly and repeatedly and repeatedly. And they're the people that are going to be in charge of trying to keep you out of prison? Man, you're in for a rough year if this is what you're going to stick with. Because these people are not good at their jobs. They should not be lawyers, most likely. Because if that's the best argument you've got, to argue that your client's unable to actually see if, like, it's just, again, it's mind-blowing how stupid their argument was. But it was so bad that they lost again. Trump now has to basically have visitation rights for his own evidence against him. Has to be supervised because he can't be trusted. And his idiot lawyers couldn't even prevent that from happening. I mean, I think a first-year law student would have been able to come up with a better legal argument to prevent this from happening. But not Trump's team, because he only picks the best people, right? Nah. You're pretty much screwed at this point, man. And you deserve every single second of it. You went for the people who looked good on TV instead of the people who actually knew what the hell they were doing. And you get what you deserve at that point. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.